know how many movies are released each year? Any ideas? No. According to the research, only in 2016, only in the US, there are 736 movies released only in the US cinema. And according to the graph, we can see since the 1980s, the numbers of movie release is continuously increasing. So filling up so many movies, I think all of us are more willing to spend our time on good movies. So what are good movies? There are many qualities that can define a movie as a good one, since good has a wide range. Watching movies is my greatest interest. I'm always have patience on that. So today, I'd like to share with you guys the three types of good movies. The movie has outstanding stories, a successful recreating movie, and also the movie have huge box office. So firstly, what's this movie? This is the definition from the Collins Dictionary. So just generally, a movie tells a story or shows a real situation. So it obvious a story can decide a movie's quality. After thousands of years of evaluation, our brain became very sensitive to story. We learning from stories, we inspired by story, and also we finding our own shadows from stories. So we can see the story is the main soul of a movie, and the touching feelings that a good story bring to our audience is long-lasting. Here I want to mention a movie. This is Coco. So this movie not just tells us about another fancy word, but also shows us a story about dream, courage, and love. Also, a good story can bring us something new meaning to a general things. So according to this article in Coco Death's Point, we see a different version of afterlife, one without pearly gates, clouds, and anger wings, or hollows. So in this movie, it provides us a brand new insight of the death, a new angle of view to let us to see our world. So which is very meaningful. Expect the good story of a movie. A successful recreating movie is worth to mention. So, recreating movie is actually a very difficult process. If it's successful, we can see it's a good movie without any doubt. Because recreating movie means you have to create a new version movie based on an existing one. Why I say it's difficult? Because firstly, you have to show your respect to the original version and keep the integrity of that story. And what's more, you have to provide your innovation in your own version, because to let the new market to accept it. So here's an example: the Beauty and the Beast. So the 2017 version. So as we all know, this story is a famous fairy tale, which was composed in 1756, and also Disney produced the same name movie in the 1991. So this version is based on the two existing versions. So why this version is successful? Because it conveyed the beautiful story to our audience and also showed the great camera techniques, great background music environment, and also the actors' perfect performance. I watched this movie in the cinema, and I remembered at the end of it, all the audience were partying for it. So we can see the successful recreating movies can bring more touching feelings to our audience. And lastly, I want to talk about the huge box office movies. So the box office is a good standard to evaluate a movie, because nowadays a movie is not just a piece of art; it's also involved in the business. The movie industry has become a major subject in the entertainment industry. So a movie's business value is also important. So at present, the movie Avatar is the highest grossing movie. It has owned 2.8 billion all around the world, and this record award has kept for 9 years long, which is amazing. We can in the article the avatar effect discuss the influence that the avatar bring to us. It including the culture effect and also have many huge influence in many different fields. So the behind the high box office, a huge high box office, not only the high profit, the influence behind it is also very profound and respectful. So before I finish my speech, I'd like to talk about what I have covered. So I talked about three types of good movies, which are having outstanding stories and successful recreating movie, and also movies winning the huge box office. But since I said the good has a wide range meaning, so there are still many qualities that can define a movie as a good one. And I thought everyone has its own standard to evaluate the movie. But after today my speech, I hope you guys can have more thoughts and ideas about what good movies are. Thank you.